Microphone check 1, 2. What is this? You know the fuck.
You might get that Drake song before then.
What move is that?
Put your hips down. What the fuck?
Sit down, man.
Gyrate on my couch, bro.
Yeah, that's what Single Joe doing. Sit down, man.
Maul is here, a.k.a. Rashid Sunflower. Ready for Easter early in the pink Rockefeller. You never know when sunset might set it on sun. I'm telling you.
And if it's daylight savings, you gonna really get it in.
Push his top back like the clock.
These underage singers gotta stop doing the breathy thing.
She's a talented little racist.
What? This episode is dedicated to y'all.
Yo, yo, yo. What's good, everybody? What's good, chat? How y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday evening? Hey, we got a fuck Trump in the chat already. Let's get it. Daylight in the building. What's good, man? What's good? What's good? White guy in the chat. What's up, man? Mackenzie, what's good? What's good? Ralph Boy, what's good? FDT all day. But I mean, fuck it, we got Biden now. We ain't talking about politics this early, man. What's up? How y'all doing? Golly. Shit just turned political real quick. Can't even do a fucking live stream. But hey, let me go ahead and intro this shit. But what's going on, y'all? It's Loaded Clips here. We're going to do another episode of Honest Conversations. We ain't got no podcast today, so I figured it's perfect time to come in and just talk some shit. Basically, the concept is we just going to have some honest conversations about some topics that have come up on the podcast or some topics that, you know, just may be, you know, popular out in the world, something that we take from the Discord. I actually have a couple special guests with me for this episode, so let me go ahead and bring some of these people in. So, yo, what's good, y'all? Come on in. Jew, TT, oh shit, Luca. Introduce yourselves to the people.
Mute. What up? It's your boy Jew, man. We bike.
Oh, Jew Bike. Jew,
Bike.
AKA Low Life Jew, the one and only. Got him in. We got, where everybody else at? We got Luca in the building. What's up, Luca?
Yeah, what's good?
Hey, our UK correspondent.
Yeah, most definitely.
And we got TT. TT, what's up?
What's poppin'?
You see, we had to bring some feminine energy to this to balance us out a little bit, so, you know, she'll keep us in check, hopefully, but we'll see how this shit go.
Goddess vibes.
Absolutely, goddess vibes only. But look, man, let me go ahead and get it popping. So, by the way, these are all people that are in the Discord. If you guys are not in the Discord, you should get in the Discord. The link is in the description for the Discord, so y'all can join that, you know, talk some shit with us on a daily basis. But let's go ahead and get this thing started. Also, let me know if everything's going smoothly, if anything fucks up along the way. Let's go ahead and do this. So basically, we're going to go into our first topic here. I'm not really going to introduce it. I'm kind of just going to play a clip, and then we're just going to discuss the clip and go from there. Let me go ahead and pull this up, cut this music down a little bit. And without further ado, let's go.
Radar.
And I want to be a hoe in the summertime too.
She's on your radar though.
So wait a minute, just so I'm clear, y'all teaching me something. y'all teaching me something right now. I'm learning a little bit.
This is why we need a girl in this podcast.
Yeah.
This is why right here.
So let me just ask. So y'all are cool with a girl being a hoe all summer, and then cuddling with her September, October, November?
Ladies and gentlemen, Maul's back.
I'm just asking a question.
Repeat the question for me.
So y'all cool with a girl being a complete hoe?
What is it?
Yeah,
That's
let's
relative.
define.
That's relative.
That's very relative.
What's a complete hoe?
Okay, are y'all comfortable with a girl being a hoe during the summer?
Is she getting dick from a player off the New York Knicks?
Yeah, like she's
Oh,
getting
no,
fucked
I'm not.
by
I've done that already.
a
No,
bunch
we're
of
not doing
different
that
dudes. So okay, so say she's
Is this
not. Say
Mo's
she-
baggage or yours?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Just happened real quick. I'm gonna get my baggage.
I'm just saying. So are y'all cool with her just like being a hoe during the summer? You know, a couple of guys that smashed it.
How many men does a girl have to fuck in the summer to be considered like a hoe, like that degree of hoe? Tell me.
It depends on who you ask.
I'm asking you.
How many during the summer?
Yeah. She's single. She looks great.
To me, hoe is not a
If
body
she fuck,
count.
if she, no,
It's a
definitely-
behavior. If she's fucking within that circle,
Wait, hold on, Slime. Wait a minute. A hoe, a body count definitely counts when we start categorizing hoes. Let's be clear.
okay. I'm saying behavior.
Prostitute is like, you know.
I don't think there's like an end all when I say body count. Like, all right, at 9 she's not a hoe. At 10 she's a hoe. That's what I'm saying body count wise.
Wait,
I'm saying
her
behavior.
life.
I was just throwing a number out.
Oh,
there.
okay.
I'm just saying when you do the body count thing, where do you draw the line? To me, it's a behavior. Did she fuck 5 guys in the summer in the same circle? Because that's a hoe.
No, come on, Rory.
If you asking me, if she fucked 5 guys in the summer, she's a hoe.
In the summer period.
Wait.
That's me. We're talking.
Hold
hold
on.
on.
So if she hit 5 guys,
In the summer,
She's a
summer.
burger.
that's a season. 5 guys is a lot, man, for a season.
5 guys a burger.
5 guys is a burger. See,
He's still trying to make that line work, and it don't.
yeah, that's-
All right, so y'all can see from the clip, y'all in the voice chat. I probably should have told y'all if y'all could have the stream up to hear it, because I'm pretty sure y'all can't hear the clips I'm playing. But basically, the question is, 1, what do you define as a hoe? And 2, would you ever entertain a hoe, whether you want to date her, cuff her, wife her, whatever, terminology that you want to use. Let's start with you fellas and lady in the voice chat. What say you? And then we're going to kick it over to the chat after that.
Yeah, you guys hear me? Because I definitely can go up first.
Oh, but the floor is yours, my friend.
Okay, so if you are in a relationship with somebody and you guys have sort of a agreement of, you know what I mean, like a one-on-one thing, and you can't trust that within, either or the girl or the male, that's a hoe. You know what I mean?
So basically you're saying if you can't trust her, she's a hoe.
That's Tristan, but yeah, you can.
Okay. Interesting perspective. TT sounded like you wanted to rebut that.
That sounds a little too broad. I think that's more about monogamy than a hoe. I think I'm gonna throw the corny version out there on my end. I feel like hoeing is more about intention, not just trust. It's like what you putting your body out there to do, whether it's a group or it's one guy. It's all about your intention of why you're there and what you're doing.
Okay. So like, if a woman is like just out looking to fuck somebody just because she's horny, then you don't classify that as a hoe because she's just trying to satisfy herself. Is my understanding?
Like for me, like I specifically knew when I was trying to see if I could be the kind of person to just like fucking dash, like one night stands type of thing, like on the regular. I think just trying it out to see if I'm comfortable with it, I wasn't a hoe. But if I was then to like go in and keep hitting up the same places, like trying to knock them back every single, or whatever the frequency is, it doesn't really matter if it's every night or if it's every week. But like, if the intention is I just want to like fucking dash, then yeah, now I'm gonna have to say and just admit to myself I'm a hoe. But it's about intention. Like I think every woman knows what they're there for. Like you opening your legs is an intention in itself, and I know every single woman knows why they're doing it if it's their own free will. So
Okay, I respect that. So could someone unintentionally have like, 6 bodies, but with good intention?
I'd rather hear Ju answer that first.
Why gotta be me?
I'm not falling for that trap.
I'm just asking a question. What? We here to discuss.
Me, bro. I didn't even say nothing.
And she called you out, bro. You got come on.
Yeah, man.
I'm not cuffing that.
You said, nah, we ain't cuffing that. You said we don't do that over here.
I mean, I agree with her though. It's intention. It's intention to some extent, right? Like, if you stepping out on a relationship, then yeah, obviously that's some hoeing involved in that if it ain't mutually agreed upon. But if it's like, I don't know, man. Like, if you out here just catching vibes, I'm not gonna call you a hoe for living your life.
These are all
maybe
people
you're
from
a sexual
Discord,
person.
by the way. So if you're not in Discord,
Maybe you're just a sexual being. You know what I'm saying? And those be the ones.
Nah,
so I'm not.
That's the thing. Hey, George just popped in here. What up, George?
What's good, my nigga?
You got some input on that, or you good?
A hoe is a woman.
Damn.
Wait, pause is way too long on that.
God damn it.
Oh my
That's
god.
right.
He was waiting
Hey.
to shoot that.
I
He was
just kept
waiting
water
to shoot
all
that.
over my computer.
Hey, fuck all y'all. George back. George bite.
Hey,
Man.
Oh my god.
I started sweating bullets.
Just for
That
the record,
pause.
man. I
was
think that
uncomfortable.
Oh
that-
my god. Chat, what y'all
For the
think,
record,
man? What?
man.
Two-part question. What do you consider a hoe? And would y'all entertain a hoe? Which, by
See,
the
but
way,
the
I don't think there's nothing wrong with entertaining a hoe. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Past is the past, as they say.
if I'm hoeing and you hoeing, hotel, motel, holiday inn, it's a party. Like it is what it is. Like
Yeah, a lot of clinic visits in between that, but y'all
Oh
rock
my
it.
god.
Is that where you're staying
As
now?
long as you're doing it safe.
Yeah, but see the chat. Most of them are saying that a hoe is just a person that sleeps around. But what
Right.
you have to then define what is sleeping around.
So
like,
CJ says someone who doesn't care about themselves.
Ooh,
adds
see, that
more
sounds-
context.
yeah, that sounds like Budden right there.
That sound like some depressed shit.
No, that sounds like what
Hey,
Budden
that's real life
classifies as
shit.
the
Sometimes
unworthy
you be
woman.
depressed.
Can we define whether it's a good thing or a bad thing first, right? If hoeing is naturally good or naturally bad.
I'm not
You know what I mean?
defining
'Cause
it either way.
Right.
I'm just
Once we start defining it
I think
as
it's
good or
neutral.
bad, we can sort of see it.
so the way
Yeah,
I see
you know,
it,
what
I
it is.
just put a definition to the word. Whether you want to label that as good or bad, that's up to your moral compass. But
Subjective.
I just want to find a definition.
Agreed upon, like, okay, this is a hoe. Like, can we
Yeah.
get that out the way? Like, can we define that, please? Like, can we
Yeah.
just say, okay, indefinitely, this is.
That's what I'm trying to figure
Yeah,
out. I don't know if we can do that, but we can
Pretty
try.
much like someone who's trying to get out and doesn't have an intention of sort of anything past the night. It's just having fun with the sex involved. You know what I mean? That's hoeing, right?
Okay.
Whether it's good or bad, male or female.
Okay, so
thing is,
you
the
sound like you agree with TT then. So it's about intention.
Exactly. Right.
The definition could be different though, couldn't it, for different countries?
Oh shit!
Ooh, okay.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh, shit.
Different,
Hit us.
different
damn.
cultures, different cultures accept different things. So some
That's
places,
That's true.
they
This
might
is
not
very
accept that the same way.
So hold on. Eric J in the chat says catching 3 different bodies in a week is a professional.
See, it's too subjective.
Somebody
The
else.
3
might-
bodies are
that's-
people
that's
they
perfect.
knew.
Yeah. What if it was an
Ah,
orgy?
Yeah. What if it was at the same time?
Yeah, see,
Look at Lukey getting
see?
creative.
Hurrah!
Aha.
So are we asking the question if we will accept a hoe in our relationship or we will
I didn't hear you.
accept,
What'd you say?
like hooking up with a hoe? Are we accepting? Or is the question: are we accepting a hoe in our relationship, or are we accepting hoes as like someone that we will hook up with, or are we accepting like what's the question necessarily?
So, well, the first part we were just trying to define what a hoe is. The second part is you personally. Would you entertain someone that you labeled as a quote unquote hoe? As far as, you know, dating or seeking a relationship with this woman.
Okay. Me personally, or
you personally. You personally.
Hell
Everybody's
no.
different.
Hell no. Everyone's different, and I can see like people having, not same mentality as me. Like I wish I can, be as loose and goose and have as much fun as some of these people that seem to have no future in their mind. But for me, if I'm kind of, dealing with somebody, I don't want to waste too much of my time because time is precious. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But right, I don't know. Maybe some people can find it easier to do that. I can't personally.
Okay, all right, bet. Ralphie says Hispanic culture is super hard on women, but likes on men. I've heard that before, actually. I'm not Hispanic, so I can't really speak to that, but I have heard people say that. I don't think that's just Hispanic people, though. I think that's just culture in general.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Like, I think culture in general is more hard on women for their sexual preferences than they are on men.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it seems like a general thing.
But I love hoes. Shout out to the hoes.
Yeah, man, because the club wouldn't be anything without them.
The hoes make the world go round. So, I mean,
Well, I think they keep the population up, so.
Exactly.
To be honest,
Y'all think
I
y'all
could see a
was playing?
scenario where I could fuck with one.
Okay. Elaborate.
I think I could fuck with a hoe. So if I'm Kanye,
All right, hold on. Wait.
and I'm not saying Kim, and I'm not
Oh,
saying
rewind,
Kim
rewind.
is one of them. Okay, I'm not defining that. But there was a point in time where people could have seen her as such a thing.
That's true.
It was not so far
Now we're
fetched
going
an
to have
idea.
problems.
But that goes back to what is a hoe, because some would say
Exactly.
Kim was
Okay,
dating
well,
these
some-
women, so was she really a hoe? But others are like,
Yo, I
nah,
think I
she
just
she
Googled.
had 5 rappers, she a hoe.
Dating with what intention? Right? One that what we were talking about is about intention. What was she
okay.
dating
But
these
you're
people with?
conflating. You're conflating. That's two different things. Either you're bringing in now the subject of gold diggers or clout chasing. That's not the same as being a hoe. If someone genuinely wants to be in a relationship with an NBA star or a rapper,
But can you be all of the above? Can you be a hoe and a gold digger and a clout chaser at the same time?
oh yes, most definitely.
Only if this one other thing is defined. Is being a hoe always ongoing and a part of who you are, or it's just a part of the night or a certain time, a certain vibe that comes in and out?
So that goes
question.
back to, I think that's like
Full-time
lifestyle versus just activity. Like
Wanna
if
throw
you
out there.
if you every weekend religiously is like, I'm about to go to the club and just fuck somebody, then that's your lifestyle at that point, because that's a part of you. But if you just one night you out with the fellas or the ladies, and then it just so happens you go home with somebody on a one night stand type shit, then
You caught the Holy Spirit.
yeah, you caught the Holy Spirit. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't think a lifestyle means that it's a part of your persona necessarily, like a part of your personality. I think lifestyle can be a
Doesn't that
phase.
exist though?
Not persona, but what am I trying to say? Like your routine.
like
Like
schedule.
that's a
Yeah,
part
your
of you.
routine.
Like that goes hand in hand
Oh,
with
yeah,
you.
your habit.
Yeah, like it's a habit.
Yeah, but you can release it at any time. Like lifestyle doesn't mean that it's like who you are and your
But can you?
makeup.
Yeah, but you
some
can't
people
necessarily
may
break your
not necessarily
habits
be able to
by
release that at
forcing
any
it.
time.
But then y'all gonna have me like bring it back and ask the question that nobody likes to talk about, which is, can a cheater stop being a cheater, or are they always a cheater?
Well, I think it's the same thing, honestly, because some people
exactly.
like say you just like to have sex, or you're addicted to sex, and you can fall victim to that at any time. That leads to you cheating a lot. I think it's the same thing with being a hoe. You might just be addicted to that lifestyle, so it may not be easy to just stop
Addictions
doing
out
that.
there. Yeah.
Prostitutes or no?
Wait,
what?
Wait,
What? That's what I want to know. I've been trying to just ask one question this whole time, and that is
Is
a
a
hoe
prostitute.
is somebody who gets pimped, right or wrong? That's where a hoe comes from. In my mind, when I think of a hoe, I think of
probably
being
changed
pimped out. Is it changed?
It's definitely changed. It's definitely changed. I mean,
Has it?
if you want to
If you
take it
going-
back
if
to
you
Chicago
bouncing
in
around-
the 70s, then yeah, that's what a hoe is. But
If you
know,
bouncing around from athlete to rapper to entertainer to XYZ for questionable intentions, with questionable intentions, what are you?
see, my definition of a hoe is kind of like what you just explained, and also I kind of agree with the intention thing, because for me, like, let's take a girl on Instagram, right? If she's constantly like always trying to be in the spot where the rappers are, or the athletes are, or just where any popular or poppin' dudes are, and trying to always be around them, fuck them. Like, perfect example. What was that? Was that Adam 22 where that girl was on talking about how she sucked up like all the NBA dudes like back to back or something like that. That's disgusting. But that's a hoe.
Yeah.
That's a certified, certificate in hand hoe. Hoe-fessional right there.
Like an amateur porn star to me.
For sure.
She had a cocktail.
Because it's like you're just aimless like through life, just doing reckless shit. Cause that's just stupid. And then want to brag about it, but whatever. Selena Powell, that's her name. Thank you. Thank you for that.
It was a friend, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? I don't fucking know. Who are these people?
Yeah, but I also think that's like back in the day, like when you would just call a girl easy. Maybe that's just where we can start with it.
Maybe. Maybe they're synonymous with each other.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. Let me see. Damn, Top Chat ain't showing my question about how were you defining the word hoe. What was the question?
The same thing. He was just asking how do you define yeah.
I'm trying to scroll up through this shit. Any last thoughts before we move on?
Nah, not from me.
No? All right, bet.
None. I got none.
Well, without further ado, we're gonna move on. We're gonna tuck that one away. We're gonna slide on over to topic number 2. I got another clip for you that y'all may have seen recently, but I thought this would be an interesting conversation to have. So let's get right on into it.
I'm gonna just go on the record and say this. If I'm married, right, and I go on my wife's phone, I don't care if it's postman dick. I'm gonna kill that bitch. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. She dies.
Mom, you can't kill your wife for sucking dick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't go through your wife's phone to begin with.
Like I don't think that you fucking nigga's wife and that's not cool. That's not dope. Like that ain't, when did that become cool?
So you would leave your wife of 19 years
Yes, if she
sucked another nigga's dick?
where am I at right now? This is Earth, right? I'm just trying to. Yes, there's nothing else to.
Yeah,
a conversation, flirting, texting, that's whatever.
No.
Visually seeing my wife sucking another man's dick? Come on, man.
4 kids, 19 years.
Come on, man.
Of 19 years, Mo.
I will kill her.
See, you're a little off, though. You're a bad point of reference.
I'm going to just go on the record and say this.
All right, this shit took forever to change, but we back. So clearly, y'all heard what's going on. So if y'all didn't hear, basically, the question here is off of that. Would y'all take? Damn, this is kind of a 2-layer question. I like this. So, if you're in a relationship, right? Let me just paint the whole picture. You're in a relationship. No, you're married. You are married. Y'all had a wedding, put a ring on it, went through the whole shit. Let's say 10, 15 years in the game. You found your wife suck somebody else's dick recently, are you leaving or are you working it out? That is the question.
Working it out.
What does
But it's
what
gonna
does
take a
what does the survey say?
Yeah, I think you got to try and work it out, but that's going to take a long time to fix.
Okay, you said that mighty calmly, so I'm trying to I'm trying to match your calm tone here
Sorry.
and just say that I appreciate that you calmly said that.
You're welcome.
However,
Sounds like serial killer vibes.
I would just like to reiterate the question.
Damn.
Man, y'all crazy. If I find my husband sucking another man's dick, I'm leaving. Shit,
What,
there's
your
more
husband?
issues.
Whoa.
Goddamn.
Wait a
It's
second.
it's
That is
fact.
a whole nother question, ma'am.
Yeah, that's
That is a
Listen,
whole nother question.
Hey, there are queens here, and I'm answering the question.
No,
you
no.
be on the
Hey,
women's
but, like,
side of
come on,
this.
man. That's a whole other level.
That's insane. Like, my girl's not finding me suck another man's dick.
Oh my god! All right. Anyway,
Chill.
back to the topic. All right, I need a fucking Judge Hammer in here.
Yo, this guy's a
Yeah.
fucking.
But no, on this question. So Luca, you say you'll try and work it out. What's going
Yeah,
through
I
your
mean,
mind there?
I'm definitely fighting the other guy. That's 100%.
What?
Yeah, 100%. If I catch him, like if me and my girl are walking through the mall, or
Okay.
something,
I
Nice,
can
yeah,
understand that because you in the
I can't
moment.
press him.
Shit is crazy.
Yeah.
His penis is everywhere. And
Yeah, in my mind, I'm thinking, you know,
Yeah.
that image. Yeah, I've got to fight him. But if you've been married for 15 years, like, you've been committed to that person for such a long time, maybe you've got to look internally and see if maybe your relationship started to fail. Maybe that's why it happened. But there's trust's been lost there. It's going to take a long time to fix that.
Why do you want to be in a relationship with that girl?
Depends what your relationship's like, doesn't it? All
Yeah,
instances
I
are
mean,
different.
like,
But keep in mind though, you're
Here's my thing,
15 years married in the game already. So try and answer it from that perspective.
if I can answer it, like, I don't know if homie's done, but if the longer you're in a relationship, the more so I think it's more unacceptable to continue a relationship where someone's doing it at the tail end of a 15-year-old commitment and still playing games. What did we build if we're still playing games at that level?
You said fuck them 15
do you want
years.
to, you know
If
what I
you want
mean?
a
Do you want to
translation.
waste another 5? If you want to, do you want to waste another 5? You know what I mean?
The thing is, though, is
No,
it like a one instance, or has it happened a few times at the beginning of your relationship?
Well,
as
you
said
don't
that
know.
wouldn't do it?
You don't know.
It happened.
You just
don't know, but
came in
100%
and
not.
you found out off the random.
Yeah.
Birdie. She gone, bro.
She out
I'm
of
a
there.
packet. I'm a pack. She for the street. What? Ain't that what my boy said? My boy Future.
Oh, she belonged to the street.
She belong to the streets.
Oh
Jew's
man.
bringing out the attachment too, 100%.
Nah, we gotta, fam. Nah, we gotta take a break. We gotta separate for a little. We gotta do something. Like if I, this is just me personally. Like, I get it. People get cheated on every single day. For me personally, it's just taking it to another level of just disrespect and a slap in my face. If I found out you sucked another man's dick, like, just
If you saw it with your own
sloppy
two,
mouth all
No,
over.
no.
Like,
saw it with your own
I can't
two.
even look at you after that. Like, that's the thing.
Man, I taught you that.
I don't know how I could even look at you with a straight face after I find out this information. It's like I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna see that, and I don't know how we could continue because I'm not gonna see you the same. I'm not gonna trust you. So it's gonna be some hard shit. I mean,
I think
we could try and work through it, but I personally just don't see how it could go forward from that point.
That's way too
Is there
intimate.
any
I just think
that could be
that's horrible.
Wait, what's horrible?
I just think it's too intimate. Like, I could never ever do something like that. I've never done something like that.
Yeah.
I understand all the like nuances of cheating. I've seen it all. I've experienced it. But I just think that sucking someone's dick when you're married is a whole new level of low. Like, I couldn't even imagine wanting to ask for forgiveness and like some stupid shit like therapy after I sucked another man's dick. Like, do I deserve that? Like, what are you gonna therapize?
Listen,
like,
you can
I
take
don't
all the
need-
therapy in the world. You can't unsuck this man's dick.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like, I
Therapy
think
ain't
other
gonna fix
forms
that.
of cheating is different, but like you can go to couples therapy for other forms of cheating, emotional cheating through email or DMs or whatever stupid technology based stuff we have going on now. But like going to someone and actually unzip it, like all of that, you literally have the 15 years flashing through your mind.
Yeah, I
Your
have a
kids are at
question, though.
home. That's just too much to me. I'm sorry. I can't justify any woman doing that.
All right, we got a
The thing is,
question.
Is there any excuse? Is there any excuse anyone can think of?
Have you got kids? Is there kids involved?
Like
Wait, any excuse to
like
stay
alcohol.
together, or what are you asking?
No, what she
excuse as
did.
to why this girl's sucking somebody's dick that will
That's
allow
what
you
I
to
wanna
feel
know.
Oh,
comfortable
fuck
staying
no.
with her.
What? Are you kidding me?
That's what I want to know.
For example, alcohol being to a point
Nah,
where
fam,
Nah.
nah.
Hold on.
What?
Let me
No.
introduce it. Hold on. I'm gonna throw a monkey
No.
wrench in it. I got something.
Was it a Bill Cosby
Okay.
Monkey
drink?
wrench.
Because otherwise, she
What
didn't
if-
think it clear.
What if the dick she sucked was Jeff Bezos?
Man,
you know what I mean?
All right.
fuck that.
All right.
Come on, B.
Let me just
We
go
not
ahead.
doing that. Like, come on, man. That's fumbling in the
Listen,
bag.
I just got one
Like
question.
Lucy's
I just got one question. Because Jeff Bezos, he got $1 billion, but he don't got 1 billion hands.
Yeah, he's Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. Hey, he'll fuck around and put a hit on me. Let me shut up.
All right. I'm just
I don't
saying.
give a fuck if it's Jeff Bezos or Jeff from the block or whoever.
You gonna throw away 19 years?
Nigga,
Even if it's
I
Jeff?
don't have a choice at that point. Like I can't look at her with a straight face. Like I'm like, this bitch just sucked this nigga dick. Oh my god, I'm gonna wake up pissed off every single morning.
Not even this bitch.
What if
But
you
gotta
got
go.
kids though?
No, the kids are included. Kids
Nah,
in 19 years.
But for me, it don't even matter like if it's kids or not, because it all falls down to like if I feel like if I can't even look at you like the same person with like having respect for you, then shit is dead. Shit is done. Because I don't respect you. I don't trust you. I don't nothing. Like I can't. What are we doing here? I can't do nothing with you.
I know a couple who were together for like 10 years and then that happened. And then they're still together. So
And I commend
That's
those
just-
people because that
that's
takes a lot
amazing.
of maturity. That takes a lot of
yeah.
communication and working through it. I'm just
Sometimes
speaking
it
from my
doesn't.
obvious. That hasn't happened to me personally. I'm just speaking from the perspective of thinking. Obviously, if you go through the situation, you know, you try and different things are thrown at you. But just thinking about it in my head, I just personally don't see how it could work. Whether I tried to work it out or not, it's like, damn, that visual is still stuck in my head. So it's gonna take a lot
What if
of
you never- what if you
prayer and
never found it?
supplication, as my grandma used to say. Prayer and supplication.
What if you never
Future
found
didn't
the
gift her no AP. We good.
Oh my God.
I can't find nowhere to pawn that shit at.
Hey, my boy brought up a good little segue in the chat here. So, staying together for the kids, right? Because you know there's kids involved. Do y'all think staying together for the kids is a good thing, or is that overrated?
It's
Overrated.
Overrated.
It's a consideration.
It's definitely a consideration. That's default. But
I
is it
don't want my
overrated?
son
Yes.
growing up all messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up with split up parents, and it has its positives and its negatives, but
Yeah,
it's definitely probably for the better.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, my parents divorced, so
Yeah.
I kind of can speak from that perspective. But for me, I feel like, because I've been in houses where, like, you know, your parents is just arguing nonstop and shit, and then it gets to a point where it's like, fam, what are y'all
It's
doing?
too much. Yeah.
So I definitely
But we're
agree.
not
Like,
even
if it's to
talking
a
about
point where
that.
y'all
We're
can't even
talking
be
about
together,
one
y'all just need to split up.
Yeah.
We're not talking
sure.
about dysfunctional relationship, because what if the relationship's functional? You're not an arguing type of couple. She goes suck some dick, and you have kids. So now you got to consider we're not in a problematic relationship otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
right? Are we gonna mess up our kids' sort of structure?
Okay.
You know what I mean? For our own,
Especially if
our
they're little.
own
Okay,
egotistical
okay.
reasons.
See, but
Let's go
here's
down-
the
let's
thing
go
I'm
down
not
that
realizing about that.
That's a good point.
She wasn't thinking about the kids or the family or the
Thank
structured
you.
relationship when she
You
was
got
sucking
to.
that dick,
You
though.
got
Talk
to.
about it.
But no.
Right?
No.
Because
He's
we're
right.
man,
He's
we're
right. He right.
thinking
He right.
about
But look,
in that moment, though.
right. But look, let me walk y'all down that road just off of that topic, right? So let's say, you know, y'all have had a great relationship up until that point, right? And then boom, she sucks some dick, threw a wrench in some shit, right? Now going forward, you say, well, y'all never had any problems up until that point, so you know it may not be a dysfunctional arguing type relationship, but with that fact now being in the mix, do you think it could lead to that because you now have that in the back of your mind, like, damn, this shit happened, she sucked some dick before, and then it could lead to some animosity building up to...
absolutely, because you start losing trust. Let's be honest, you lose that trust.
Again, though, it's situational because, you know, what if she's actually remorseful for it and she came to you and admitted it? It's a bit different with you finding it or somebody actually saying, I fucked up.
There's no way.
That's actually a great point. That's a
no,
great point.
There definitely is a way that people do that.
No. I'll give him that. That's a great point. So that is a good point as far as like if you found it versus if she came and told you. I guess that kind of plays like which one of y'all said like if it was like on some drunk shit or something like that. Like if it was on some drunk shit and she came and told me about it after the fact, I'm still gonna look at her crazy. But I think that would kind of soften the blow a little bit for me. Like, damn, she really was fucked up. Like, she not normally like this. You know, it did some shit. So we'll get past that. But if I had, like, found out, that means she didn't process it, tried to suppress it, hide it from me, and do all that. And it's like, oh, you really just for the streets, huh?
100%.
It's situational.
I got to cheat back.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And that was my next point.
Hey, do y'all believe in the cheat back?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You have to cheat back.
I couldn't do it.
Wait. Can I play devil's advocate because I need to bring some queen energy to this?
Please do.
Okay, but only if y'all answer honestly.
Okay, this is honest conversations, man. What do you think of me?
I still gotta throw a double disclaimer because I really would love to know. Since most people, and I feel like I've seen this in the chat, and even under the YouTube videos too for the JBP podcast, like if you in your mind always think, okay, well, it's different for women and men when they cheat. And when women cheat, it's more intimate, like there's more involved, like it's a whole other thing. And so if you are brought up with that justification, if we were to flip this and I found out my husband of almost 20 years and I like birthed 4 of his kids was going down on another woman in a hotel room, like not too far from our house, can we answer what I'm supposed to do in that situation? Since for men it's not that intimate, it's not that big of a deal.
We can answer that, but first let me ask you a question before we answer that. So, do you view like if your husband was to eat another woman's pussy, right? Do you view that on the same disrespect level as you going out and sucking some other man's dick?
This was exactly why I asked, because the fact that even you're following up with that question is part of this issue.
I'm asking you personally. I know. From your views.
No, I know, but I'm still saying, like, even just the act of asking that as a follow-up question, I think is part of the nuance. Like, why should I have to judge, like, between genders what is on the same level of a disrespectful, deceitful type of cheating?
Because we live in America.
It's a great conversation if we were able to have it.
Wait, chill.
No, but on some real shit, I mean, for me personally, I just think that just putting another man's dick in my mouth if I am married is just it's unfathomable to me. Like, it's just a whole other level of disrespect. I don't know why. I don't know, like, where that is instilled in us, but maybe going down, and if he's like totally sober, if he's sober, I just think that's wrong as well. Because again, just the act of like doing that and not sexual intercourse means that you really fully thought that through. You're being that intimate with somebody else, and all of that, like you didn't think maybe I should not be doing this.
I'm fucking around, but I do think it's the same thing either way.
Yeah, I do.
Because like either way, like I mean personally, I just think cheating, whether you sucking dick, eating pussy, fucking whatever you're doing, cheating is cheating, and I don't fuck with it.
Bro, oral cheating is different though. If you're oral cheating,
if you're what?
Someone else.
Yeah, it's different. I agree.
Okay, no, yeah. That is, yeah. I agree.
It's all the same. I gotta go out here and do my thing now.
Crazy boy.
Crazy.
Oh man.
I'm telling you.
Well, with my soul, it's the same level. Yeah, I agree.
I'll cope differently.
Oluwa, there's no difference. There's no difference. Okay. Let me see. What else we got? Eric, she gotta leave him. Had his mouth on another cat. You don't know where the cat has been. So everybody seems to be on the same page. TT.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whether.
Yeah, but what does sheep-minded mean?
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
I said instilled in you if you're sheep-minded. I need a follow-up on that.
Oh, I think he's talking about like as far as a double standard. Like some people may view sucking dick as worse than eating pussy, right?
Than eating the clam.
Yeah, like if you just going by whatever society tells you, then yeah, you might think that.
Yeah.
I think that's
Is
what
your
he was
homies
referring
going
to.
around eating girls' box? Is that what people are doing out here? Going
Is
around
that
eating box?
Deej in the chat? What? Hey, Deej,
Yeah,
what?
I mean, there's a few people.
Why you not in here?
If you have a fetish, that's definitely happening. Yeah.
Come on, man.
We are with girls?
Wait, did someone say
Oh my
fetish?
God.
Yeah, I'm saying. I think some people have like for real, low key. Some people have a fetish for that, and if your girl doesn't like, if your wife doesn't like it, and you have a fetish, I mean, even Kanye himself said, "I have a specific kind of sex addiction, and I had to heal that shit and find God." Like whether we believe, the intricacies of him finding Jesus is real or
I'm
not.
so glad you said this, and I'm gonna introduce this and hope we can get in and out in a couple minutes here. All right, but let's just bear with me. All right, so. Let's paint this picture again. You're married, right? And let's say you've been in a bunch of relationships before this, or, you've had a lot of sexual experiences, right? And you tell your partner, like, hey, okay, let's not say married. Let's just say you're in a relationship. Let's say you've had a bunch of sexual experience, and you tell your partner, like, hey, this is what I like. I like to do this, and this really makes me feel good when this happens, right? And she can't necessarily deliver that to you. Do you feel like that is grounds to leave her, or should you try and adapt,
train her up,
whatever?
100% leave. 100%.
Nah, you can train her. Come on.
Either you train her or you go find it elsewhere.
You think you can train her?
Well,
100%.
you gotta.
Yeah. They are.
I love the language. It's train when y'all say it, but it's change when we say it.
Yeah. See, you can't. Wow. First off, let me say this. You cannot train her. no matter what you think, you can't train her. Maybe to some degree, because eventually she'll kind of fit into your mold a little bit because you rub off on each other naturally. But you can't just completely train anybody on how to do something. It has to naturally be a part of them, or they have to naturally want to go towards that direction.
Or they might have to have at least an affinity.
Exactly, yeah. Or have some type of desire to want to go there. You feel me?
I don't think it's enough to leave a relationship, though.
Wait, say that again?
You have to.
I don't think it's enough. I think there's more to a relationship than just sex. Ultimately, like a real relationship.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna fuck you for 3 months.
But then that depends on the person, because some people have have sex on the relationship higher in the scale, and some people may have other things higher on the scale. Like some people view like if we can't have good compatible sex, then everything else ain't really gonna come on there. Other people are the opposite, where they like, the sex is secondary, like it's whatever, but I'm fucking with all this other shit over here.
Yeah.
I may be naive, but if you find that someone is not providing you what you may need naturally sexually, to the point where they're almost incompatible sexually, then you have to leave, because all the things that you like in them, you can find in someone else, but with the sex as well. I may be naive, but that's why you should leave, because it's not fully working. You should find something that fully works for the betterment of both your happiness. So you can be who you guys are naturally, and that works, as opposed to trying to,
I don't think it's
I agree with that, but I still think you guys are missing compromise on there.
Yeah, that's true as well. Compromise is key.
Compromise is
well, so elaborate on compromise a little bit. What do you mean?
Because I fully agree with him. Like I've in order to get to the point where I could even listen to like the podcast religiously and understand like the side of view of why cheating happens so much, I had to be in a relationship where, well, I mean, it's usually like my libido, I feel like, is higher than the guy, But if you finally meet that person where it's not just like the frequency that's the issue, it's the type of satisfaction that you get and the things that you like they're not doing, then I start to feel that, oh, what would it be like with another person? You know, like I would never do anything behind their back, but those thoughts immediately pop up. Now, if you're married, that's just like on times 10. So would you leave? It's all good, I feel like you should have taken the time to know that before you got married. But if it's just a dating relationship, there's no commitment there that says you have to stick it out. But the other part to that is compromise. Like, I think what lacks in a lot of relationships, sexually or emotionally, is the fact that people don't communicate what they truly desire because they're scared of what the other person is going to say for whatever reason. But if you communicate that shit, if you tell me what you like, I'm going to work at it, or else I don't really care for you. Like, it's just point blank. Like, who wants to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't try to, like, please them?
Society.
So, I think, I think that's really the main issue. Like, if I tell you, like, hey, this is what I like, and then you don't really even try to acquiesce towards that, then we got another issue. It's like, okay, you don't really even give a fuck about me. So...
Niggas will love to cap, bro. If they out at the club and they find a chick that they deem to be fine, think about any of the fine chicks that you think is fine. Jada, Jada, fucking Ari, any of them chicks, right? If you out at the club and you see one of them chicks, and y'all and you are in a position to go back to the crib and have a one night stand, if she tell you that the only way she can get off is by licking your booty, what are you doing? You gonna have to leave if that's not you. You have to be able to communicate that shit. That's what that's the point of what I'm saying. You don't.
Bro,
I feel you. I feel you. That's a little different than what we talking about, though. We talking
that
about.
Is not
we talking about relationships.
That is exactly the same.
Right
you talking about compromise. I'm not compromising that shit.
We're not
I'm
compromising with no one night stand. We don't compromise with these hoes. All right. Look, the one night stand is just the one night stand.
Niggas said it's lit. See, some niggas is into that. I'm just saying, some niggas is willing to compromise. Like, all right, bet that's where we at with it, and that's where we at.
You into what you into. We not here to debate about that. I'm just saying, you know.
But also the inconvenience of going home with nothing is probably most of the problem.
Oh, there's been many of them nights.
Compromising, right? It's not compromise. It's just that you're too lazy to go out with nothing. Finding
what we got in the chat, man. What we got in the chat? Damn, you just took it all the way left. Michael K TV. He said, "What if she smashed your sibling? Anyway, you taking them back?" Fuck no.
Hell no.
What's wrong with you? No.
Wait, really? Dang.
Hell no.
What? Would you consider that?
No,
look, you better not come here with that.
How do you treat your sibling now?
Fuck both of them. They can both go die in a hole.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Man, my bro exposed that for me. My bro shined the light for me.
No. My brother to me is like, that's my dude. Like, I will die and kill one of you niggas for my brother.
Right.
So for me, that makes it all the way worse. Like, if you fuck my brother, like what?
Nah.
I'm killing both of y'all.
Nah. How you love your brother and then killing him?
You can't kill your bro, Clips.
I
probably can't. You're right. I'm not no killer, but it's just like in my mind, I would imagine that shit like hardcore.
Yeah, I think he's dead to you though at that point.
Yeah. Like I couldn't kind of like back to what I was saying before. Like I could.
Maybe I didn't make myself clear, but if my brother was involved with any girl that I was with, a wife, a fling, or whatever, he shined a light on something that needed to be shined on.
That's true.
And he's also betrayed you. Come on, man.
That's true.
What the hell? You know what I mean? Like no, he didn't betray me. Because if I was,
he did.
You know,
fucked your wife.
She shouldn't. First of all, the reason why I say that is because I have
both of them.
No, I understand why you're saying that. Let me just get out. I have a girl right now, and the way she moves, nobody could ever talk to her and get to her to that point because of the energy she gives off, right? If my brother was able to get there, that means that from the jump, the energy was already provided.
I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you.
I get that. Yeah.
However, but that's why I say from both parties, because if it was just some random nigga from the club or whatever, like I'm not gonna waste my energy being mad at this dude. But my brother, like clearly, that's my wife. I've invested my life into her. So for you to even take that step to want to, you know, go there with her, it's like, fam, like you supposed to be my brother.
Yeah,
like,
it's two sides in that point.
Yeah, no. Obviously, you know, the woman, you still view her
for sure.
in that certain way. Like, that's compromise or betrayal on another level. But I still think it's betrayal on the brother's behalf because
on a deeper level. Do y'all let the alcohol excuse get like pop off on that one? I would love to know.
What do you mean?
Like, if your brother came to you and said, "Oh, but I was so fucked up, like I had a whole bottle of Henny," is that popping off the same way it would with a stranger?
No, because come on.
I would prefer it. Honestly, it would not pop off regardless to me with my brother. I do not like if even I agree, and I think you guys are making sense. You guys are making sense. It is a form of betrayal from my brother, but for some reason, I just don't think I can be mad at him. If the girl betrayed me that way, and she's not my blood and family, then she's got to go. It's my and me and my brother are gonna be cool with it.
So this is where I agree with you, because if I was in that situation, I think eventually I could mend the relationship with my brother, but I probably would not be able to mend the relationship with my girl at that point. So I feel you from that perspective, but like for me saying like I would talk to my brother again before I would talk to her again, but nah, in that moment it's fuck both of them.
Right. I feel you.
What we got? Blood thicker than water. That's facts, Jew. What we got? Y'all, we bringing the balloon knots back? All right, that's a bet.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, man. See, they agree. I always want to know, why is alcohol allowed to be an excuse? I just never understand that.
No, alcohol is not an excuse. I want to make that clear.
Yeah,
alcohol is not an excuse. Drunk actions are sober thoughts. I agree with that. He going to the
rained
ICU
on as an excuse.
Damn.
Nah, like I don't agree. I just find that alcohol is the most popular. Well, let me not just classify it as alcohol. I just find that intoxication or disturbed thoughts or being high are always the most popular excuses, especially when you listen to the podcast. Like, it's just the most popular thing that a man will tell a woman. I don't know what men hear, so I can't speak for y'all. But I just feel like among my friends, like it's always like the guy will come begging for forgiveness because he was fucking drunk off his mind or he was high off his mind.
If you're in the situation, you got to try and get her back any way you can. Like you just shooting from the parking lot at that point. You just throwing everything out there. You like, yo, fuck it. I was drunk. My homeboy, he had a gun to my head, told me to do this. If I wasn't going, if I didn't do that, I was gonna die. So I was thinking about you the whole time. So like, I was with the president. I didn't want to do that, man. But then, man,
I was with Barack. What you want me to tell him?
Bro, they was about
to. No, but North can you guys Korea tell me what girls use as excuses? I would love to know. Like, do you guys get good ones, or are they just as stupid?
Nah, the women will flip it on you. They'll flip it on you like, I only did this because you made me feel like this, and nah, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, we can have that conversation if y'all want to, but I don't want to hear that. Like, if we can't use excuses, then y'all can't use excuses. As far as, you know, oh, you weren't here.
But I actually appreciate that. I think Joe did that one episode, and that's what enlightened me, for real.
Nah, that's for self-reflection after the fact, like down the line. In the moment, nah, fuck you. You wrong. You cheated on me.
No, but I mean, if a man came with that energy instead of like, yeah, maybe it's still an excuse. But if someone came to me and said, like, you were icing me out, we haven't had sex in 6 months, like, you just haven't been there for me, like, you don't even pay attention to me, like the stuff that y'all call like girl issues or whatever. If someone came to me in the relationship and the man said that to me as the woman, I would respect that. Like, I'm not respecting the deceit and the cheating, but if you come to me like before or after with any of that reasoning, then that's much more clear than just saying I was drunk, because that seems dismissive of all the time and energy we put into the relationship.
All right, TT, look, I'll be honest with you, all right? This is not going the way I thought it was going to go. Right? You're supposed to come in here and be on the side of your average woman, and you just agreeing. And I don't like that shit. I'm going to be honest with you.
You gotta slip me the role description next time.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. But nah, I do agree. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I agree. But no woman is letting you get that off, like, in real life. Come on now.
See, but how can y'all? This is what I be trying to say. How can you say that in a general sense?
Because
especially when someone is speaking from experience.
That's exactly why I can say that, because I live here and I move in these streets.
Yeah, but you haven't dated.
I moved in these streets. I don't move in these streets anymore. Allegedly, comedy style, theory style.
Comedy style.
But no, that's why I can say that. No, let me shut up. Someone else talk.
Hey, I got you. Let me step in. No, I'm just.
True. Oh boy.
No, I'm bullshit. Oh shit. I can generalize because I get generalized the same. That's why.
Move to the suburbs. That's facts.
And if we're I'm a true feminist. If we're eliminating all double standards, then I'm allowed to get my shit off.
This nigga here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I'm trying not to, but Luca's laughing. So.
Nigga said I'm a true feminist.
Wait, Drew, how do you get generalized? I'm not laughing. How do you get generalized? I'm very curious.
As a man, we get generalized in lots of different ways.
Just name the few that come to mind when you said that.
We running on toxicity.
When I immediately think of men being judged, I think of their worth in terms of like status, socioeconomic status. They're in the mix.
Shalon,
they're
that's
not.
what they be saying.
There's
though.
a lot of things that determine.
I felt lonely.
Whatever you want to, like a label or a category or a judgment. That shit happens every day.
Oh shit. What's it? Seen the prompts on Twitter, must have a reaction. Foreign in the chat. Niggas ain't shit. Damn. That's what they be saying. That's fine.
Yeah, but I think that's a socioeconomic thing as well.
Oh damn. She hit me with socioeconomic.
I mean, it is. I mean, I don't want to respond to Drew and make him feel like his feelings aren't valid, but I do think like if you surround yourself, because what he's saying is true, but if you surround yourself with the type of mentality of people that are going to generalize you in that way, that you kind of have to like shoot for a level above so that you can like move in that way. But I think
that's true.
People like generalize in similar mentalities almost. If that even makes sense.
The issue arises when people are sociopaths and they're not honest from the jump. This is what we were talking about earlier in terms of people from the start being different than they do when they get comfortable in a relationship.
Yeah, I fell off at the end of that. But I think what I was trying to say too earlier, like just in general, if someone is one way in a relationship and different in the other, like I would have to know what kind of way you mean, because are they like falsifying who they are as a person or how they treat you, or are they just pretending to be interested in certain things or letting you have like certain stuff that you want? Like what does that even mean?
What does that even mean?
Absolutely insane. And they need to be stopped because that is manipulation. You can't. I don't know. There's a lack of genuine there.
Okay. I like where this is going, but I don't want to spend too much time on this one topic here. I like the feedback that we got on this one though. This conversation can go for another hour, really. But I do have one more topic that I want to kind of touch on real quick while we got a little bit of time left. We said it's a deeper, darker. Switch to the live chat option if that won't fuck with your stream. What do you mean? What live chat option exactly? But let me go ahead and swing through the last topic here. So this one did not come directly from the podcast. This one came from the Discord. From today, actually. Yeah, that's how you know it's a good one. But basically, there's just a question that I want to pose to the people, to the chat, to all you viewers out there, and just say, I'm gonna paint a scenario for you. All right, another scenario. Looks like you got it on top chat on the video. It should be. Wait, why does it say that? It looks completely different on my screen, but I see what you're saying. But it should be everybody, because it says live chat like on my screen here. But it does. That's fucking weird. It looks the same though. I don't know why they say two different things, but it is on live chat on my screen. But anyways, so let me paint this scenario for y'all, right? So let's say, again, you're in a relationship, right? You in the house, you chilling, and you're doing your thing, she's doing her thing. Let's say you're busy doing something, right? Let's say you're playing video games, or you're doing some work on your computer or some shit like that, right? And you're a girl, and you know what, this really could go both ways too, so don't put too much stock into the gender. But let's say your significant other comes to you while you're doing said activity and tries to get a little frisky, try to get a little action going while you're busy, but you're not really feeling that because you're busy at the time, and you don't really give them the attention that they're seeking in that moment. So in that scenario, who do you think is wrong or do you think anybody is wrong in that scenario for necessarily not giving you the attention that you're seeking? What say you?
Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody's wrong.
Don't do that.
I don't think anybody's wrong in that situation.
You say you've never been in that situation?
No, I don't think anybody's wrong in it. I think each person in that relationship is at that moment looking slightly different. One person's playing video games, the other person wants attention. Mm-hmm. If you're both adults at the end of the day, you've got to come to compromise. So maybe it's okay, I'll play for another half an hour, and then I'll come off.
Okay, but what if, let's throw another range. So let's say you say that, and then the other person is upset, has an attitude, or stuff like that. Then how do you handle that?
I'm gonna leave it to sulk.
That sounds real easy on the surface.
I'm playing.
Good luck with that, Luca.
Yeah. No,
you can't
most of the time.
Talk.
Most of the time, I'll probably come off it. I'm not gonna lie, because it's not worth it being in a house. Being in the house at that moment and things getting a little bit agitated. I'd rather have a happy.
Pick your battles.
Yeah.
It's an important lesson to learn. If any of you want a lesson here, it's pick your battles.
I'm interested for the females.
Realistically, no one is wrong as long as you communicate you're not in the mood.
Oh, the queen side?
I can kind of agree with that.
Well, what I was trying to say earlier is that while I'm sure that many men, the majority of men, I don't even know the safe word to use here. Many men are probably dealing with women that want the attention and not really communicating it in the same way. But since as of the last couple of years, really just dating a lot more gamers, and I feel like the gaming community is probably one of the more where they will sit and do the same one thing for hours at a time. I've really had to test myself and develop my own personal growth in that area, and I can just speak from experience that
Did you pass the
unless
test?
it's something that's a routine where they are purposely ignoring your needs and desires because they just don't even want to fuck with you, they just don't care like that, there's no reason to kind of interrupt someone if you know that is who they are. You're with them for a reason. If that's what they like to do, then you just nagging them while they're doing the thing they want to do doesn't really make any sense in my opinion.
That's my situation, to be fair. I never get that. I was just being hypothetical when I was saying.
Damn, man. Y'all out here living a good life.
Trying to.
Yeah, but it doesn't always work like that. But I just think
No.
if you communicate in the beginning of your relationship and you kind of just know who you're dealing with, then if you for example, when I was dating
avid football game watchers. I'm not coming every Sunday and Monday to come like fuck with you between the hours of 4 to 7, like, and stand in front of the TV and like ask you if you like my outfit and try to get you to look at Instagram pictures with me. Like, it just doesn't make sense. That is something I would have to take responsibility for. There's 24 hours in a day. Why am I fucking with you at this point in time? You know what I mean? And like, even if you're super horny, like, you live together, you're gonna be fine. He's gonna be there.
That sounds real good until you're in the moment and that person is feeling your way.
Yeah.
In the
and
moment.
why I always gotta hear where we dropping at 3 a.m. You always dropping somewhere. I'm sick and tired of Verdanski or whatever it's called.
That sounds like some real good ideal scenario type shit. But listen, 85% of the time it ain't going like that.
Well, what is the 85%? Enlighten me. What does it usually, like, what are you getting back in terms of the communicating?
So
what you get hit with?
let me answer that. But first, Zaul Ramirez, I fuck with you in the chat. She says she's wrong. She could pleasure me while I play games, and I gotta say, I agree.
Fact.
That is an option.
No, I'm fucking around.
But I think the thing is that as a man, if my woman was playing a video game, I don't mind. You know what I mean? Why doesn't it go the other way?
But come on now, we know that's not the same thing, because naturally, if you're in a relationship with a woman, she's gonna view things from a more emotional standpoint. So, of course, you're not gonna react the same way that she would, because she may be feeling a particular way that day in the moment where, yeah, you may say, okay, hey, look, give me an hour and I'm going to be over there soon. She might not be fucking with that at that moment in time.
Oh, I was just talking about getting head while playing a video game and why it's not a normal thing.
Oh, yeah, no.
I've tried that and it actually doesn't always go over.
No.
Honest.
All right, let me be serious for a moment. That is a terrible idea for anyone.
Yeah,
all the women out there listening. That is a terrible idea.
I don't know what's going
on. Don't try to do that.
Well, because sometimes y'all just really don't want anything. That actually does happen.
Don't give me head while I'm playing Warzone, please.
Yeah.
No. You can't ladder stall 360 fucking wall bang niggas while you out here trying to give me sloppy.
I'm trying to
Come
get
on,
dubs
man.
out here, man. You over here trying to set me up. Come on.
They are coming from 136 West, ma. You can't.
It does depend on the game, though. It does depend on the game. Some of them you can get that shit off.
Yes, if we playing Among Us, hey.
Hey, that's a fact. Hey, Among Us stream after this. FYI.
Oh shit.
Something single player. That's actually that's a great idea.
Yeah. When
No
I can pause
royale.
the game, it's all good.
A lot of the downtime games.
He said,
Games
"Fuck
with
that
downtime.
gulag." Oh man, rejection does suck, no matter the gender. I see you, Deej. So I could kind of see it from that perspective, but is it really rejection though?
Well, I guess in an emotional way, you're gonna take it. The feeling response is gonna feel like you were rejected. But Clips, I see you trying to dodge my question. I'm waiting for an answer.
I'm sorry, I don't want to dodge questions. What? Hold on, refresh my memory. What was the question?
No, because you guys say that it's the majority. What is this 85% responses that y'all are usually getting when you're just trying to enjoy yourself and live like a normal life?
Yeah, it's just the normal stuff. Like if let's say I'm on the couch playing the game, right, and then she comes in trying to do whatever, and the response in that moment is not always going to just be your ideal, okay, well, whatever, whenever you're done, just come over here. It's always going to be met with like Deej was kind of saying, rejection sucks. She's going to feel like she's been rejected, but I'm not rejecting you. I'm just doing something right now, and we will get to that when we get to that. But a lot of women may feel like, oh, you're prioritizing this over me, or you're putting this before me, and it's like, chill, it's not that serious. Like, I'm just doing something right now.
But have you ever like not saying like you personally haven't, but is that ever fully communicated? Because you didn't just like wake up yesterday and become this person. You have always been a person that likes to do XYZ, probably at XYZ time, and it's been like that for however many months or years or whatever. So
yes,
what I don't understand, like, what what is the response that you get that has seemed logical for the woman to say, why are you like this today?
Okay, you know what? I figured out the problem. It looks like I didn't. You know what? I'm about sick of you, TT. I'm about sick of you.
Or maybe the other guys can tell me, because I want to hear the range.
I didn't want to found the only logical female on this.
Because maybe this is a conspiracy theory here that you guys got going on.
And she over here asking me legitimate questions and whatnot, and I gotta answer it with some sense.
TT trying to show everybody that she's a woke woman.
What about being woke? It's just like, isn't it common sense?
Respectful human being.
This person didn't wake up this way.
You can't pause
I've
the
never seen
online
anybody
game.
say what you say.
No, that is a fact. That is a fact. That's exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying, because what you're saying is not a normal occurrence.
Like literally, I have this problem occurring because
DJ didn't want to come in here, man. I tried to get her in here. She didn't want to come.
In my relationship,
it's all good though.
Years that I hadn't played any at all, so it's kind of an up and down type of thing, and you know, it'll be an understanding for periods of time, and then other times it just seems completely irrational. And honestly, TT, I wish you can speak to my girl sometimes, or you know what I mean, or she can, you know what I mean, because it really seems as simple to me as it does to you. But when it comes into actual practice, from my experience and what seems like, you know, others are, it doesn't seem like it works that way. It seems like emotions or an excuse or the moment happens. Like, for example, you know, maybe she went out a couple nights and she planned to spend at least these next 2 nights with you. And it happened to be not in your schedule to be doing that. And that's enough to get in her mind to say that, you know, my important thing is not ever considered more important than something that he thinks is important. And it gets into their mind like that. And you're battling that when all you thought you was going to do was play a little video games for a few hours.
And that's the
thing.
That's
I don't even want to I don't want to make any other queens listening or watching feel a different kind of way. But have you ever just concisely and with brevity just said, like, babe, this is me. Like, I'm always gonna do this. How can we meet in the middle? Like, I've always been this person. I know you love me for me, but like, what am I doing wrong that you like? I don't even know how to word it because I'm trying to take in what you guys are saying, but it's just like, it just seems so common sense. But I know that's not the case.
Sociopath.
When it comes to these situations, if I can, when it comes to these situations, if I can say quite frankly, it's not even about logic and what is communicated and all that stuff.
Exactly. About being a sociopath.
It's literally someone.
Fam, I'm saying, look, what concise response is getting a reception like that?
Mutating and fluid with the whole argument to continue that trajectory of being upset with not having what they want. So you can have a conversation, and it can be as cogent as you say. It can be as articulate and clear. But I feel like they will mold and move the argument to fit their real concern, which is that they don't like what's happening right now.
Because they don't feel prioritized. I totally get that. I've been there, obviously. I get the whole don't feel prioritized. But I think at a certain point, how long can them saying that last? Because you are still the same person. So I wonder if changing the conversation and maybe just trying to tap into the emotional side of it a little bit more, like meaning like, yo, this is my personality. This is what I'm interested in. This is never going to change. You've already like accepted me and loved me for this. So what do you feel in the relationship is making you feel rejected or not prioritized when you know that you are my number one priority, but this is who I am and I'm not changing? What are the other variables we can work with here?
See, the thing is, that's true, but you've got to pick your moment right. Because if you do that straight away when she's got pissy at you not coming off, like playing your video games, it's just going to turn to an argument. You've got to do that later, you know,
or before.
And I think a lot. True. That'd be ideal.
Man, that shit don't work.
Y'all are living together.
What are y'all talking about?
I tried to agree with Luca one time.
That shit don't work. It don't work. What are y'all talking about?
I think the reason why it doesn't work is because they're trying to change you, and the reason why they're trying to change you is they don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, and they feel like
that's a different conversation,
right? And they feel like it's such an easy thing for you to see their way because they can't understand why you're thinking your way.
Yeah, because they
See,
hate us.
that's now you're talking. Like that's different though. I can totally understand that. That's like because I was wondering if you guys are just like maybe thinking, is it because the person is immature? And I'm gonna use the word person because maybe it could happen on both sides. But like, is the person immature or they're just too emotional? But if it's that they're trying to actively change you, I can identify with that because like when I was mad young and started, like I said, dating people that are obsessed with their games or they really love their football or whatever, you can't really see past the fact that it's not about a prioritization thing or like you at all. Like sometimes it's really just genuinely not even personal. But if you don't understand that yet, then you're trying to get them to not even be who they are. And you're trying to actively change them. But then maybe you have to have that conversation. And that's why I was saying, like, have you guys actually done that? Again, this is not a judgment. This is a real question. Like, have you actually asked that deep of a question to be like,
Why
yo,
is he trying to change me? Yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see if I can say this
question.
one more time. I don't know if y'all can hear me out there, if a mic is on or whatnot, but I'm trying to say this. Yes, that conversation has happened, and no, they don't give a fuck about that shit.
They don't go nowhere with that shit.
We went straight into a brick wall, and they said, "Nope, go to jail. Try again later. Don't collect $200. Fuck out of here."
All Budden
Turn that shit off.
We might listen to other podcasts, right? So is it just me, or do I have the game on, the stick in my hands, but in my ears I have the albums I wanted to catch up today? It's really about other things that I'm doing as well, right? This is my catch up time on catching up with the news, catching up with the podcast, catching up with whatever it is I want to catch up with whoever, you know what I mean? So when you're looking at just me playing video games,
I thought I found the cheat code, but no.
Diminishing the situation for your own benefit so that you have an easy way of saying you need to change, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
A bit. I'm
Like,
trying to follow your flow.
Like, for example, like a lot of us, I'm sure, are not just playing video games exclusively. Like I know some are, like especially if you're a streamer or whatever. But for me personally, I'm listening to a lot of different things on my headphones while I'm playing, like, you know, a video game. And I'm taking, you know what I mean? I'm actually using that time to catch up on a lot of media, right? Outside of the video games that I'm playing, right? So maybe you might not see that because I have headphones in, you know what I mean? But what happens is that, like, I don't think that's really considered and put all into the equation when someone's saying you're playing video games, you need to stop and do something more important, right?
Yeah. No, I think I see what you're saying there. I think also because I'm trying to figure out a way that you could like bring it that would just like hit the woman, because you know women just like deep introspective shit all the time. Everything's got to be a whole conversation. So I'm wondering, like, do you personally feel like, for all of you guys, do you personally feel that maybe they don't love that part of you and that's why they're trying to change it, or does it have nothing to do with that? Jew. No, but I mean for real. Like, is it that they love like 90% of you, but the other 10% they wish they could change, or is it just really more about them? Because that could go two ways. You know what I mean? Like those are two totally different.
Well, first
conversations.
off, no woman
pathways.
loves 100% of you.
They're too self-centered. I think they're too self-centered, to be honest.
Because I'm thinking like maybe they're just not fulfilled. And I'm not here trying to generalize, but for what y'all are talking about, maybe it's a person that's not fulfilled and they are so needy that they need that part of you that is trying to prioritize other things. And for that, I feel like that is something that could be solved.
No, it can't.
Well, you can't.
I would propose. Okay. I was about to say it's a self-serving thing, right? Like she has to go do that.
They have to realize. But what I'm saying is to have the conversation. It's dangerous. I pray for you guys. But if you were, for example, with a mature person that you could go to and say, "Yo, are you feeling fulfilled?" Because like I know that you wouldn't want me to interrupt your time with your friends or like things that you're passionate about. But I'm trying to like get off with the stuff that I want to do, catch up with my boys. I want me time. I want to play my games. I want to watch TV. Like I want to. So what? Like why aren't we able to both do this? That's what I want to know.
Hey,
there has to be a way to have that conversation.
I want to ask you a serious question. I'm not joking. This question. If you don't feel comfortable answering, I apologize. But I want to answer this question. Ask this question because I'm going somewhere. All right. Are you straight, bisexual? Do you date women or men exclusively?
Men exclusively.
Okay. So then you have never tried to have this conversation with a woman in a relationship. which means you have never had to deal with what exactly that we're talking about. That shit don't work.
No, come on.
don't.
Deej just got my back a bit. Come on.
don't.
Deej felt the same way. Similar.
Don't work.
Unless they
All
into the
them
video
words
game
that you
or they
just
want to
said,
learn how to play
they
or
sound
any of that shit. And
phenomenal.
let me talk about,
They
and we're not
sound
going to sit here and talk about
amazing.
the girls that say, oh my God, you should teach me how to play. Like, I would totally
Get the
play.
fuck-
You are
no.
not going to sit here and play with
No.
me. Like,
No.
Y'all keep I sat my ass through 4 hours of Assassin's Creed intro just to make my man happy.
That's phenomenal.
Like, you can't keep generalizing
And I
out here.
commend
That's
you.
not right.
I commend you for that, but I'm here to tell you, if you look at the landscape of everything going on right now, that's not happening. Or it might happen within the first couple months, but that shit gonna be over with real quick. As soon as they move in, nope, over.
No, I feel y'all, but I still think there's always an entry point. Like, if you really do care and you want to get somebody off your back, like, I think if you are observant and you find the entry point, there is a way to have the conversation. You might like have to take a lot of heat, but I think everybody has the same hierarchy of needs. It doesn't matter your sex or your gender or whatever.
Well,
like,
you sound
so
like
if that
me
person
about 5-7 years ago, when I thought that shit was possible.
it is.
But nah.
Everything is communication, I feel like. Oh no.
Ideally, yes. Anyways, comedy style.
they hate us. They all hate us, bro. Every time we sit in front of the TV with our headset on, they are thinking of ways to put something in our mashed potatoes when they make
Someone is
pizza
echoing
meal.
right now.
That's messed up.
What's
Nah,
messed
that
up is
teach
them
me how to
wanting to
play.
kill
Nah,
us.
that's not cutting it at all. Yo, who's echoing right now? Hey Tristan, you echoing real hard right now. But nah, that's definitely not cutting it. You don't want to learn how to play, but watching is cool. I respect that. I respect that. All right, hold on. There we go. I gotta mute you, my guy. Sorry about that. That echo was crazy. Was that just me?
Me too.
Okay, bad. Yeah, hit me or something if you fix it, but I can't hear myself talk twice. But nah, yeah, watching is cool. Ugh.
Yeah, okay. So if a chick wants to engage with you while you playing the game, then that's different. But don't be a distraction, okay? Because you can ask questions because I'll more than likely be willing to explain. But don't start asking crazy shit like, well, how do you do this? How do you know when to do this? Like, my nigga, you are not you ain't never toted this sniper rifle.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ain't never been out here.
You're not gonna understand the answer. So it's like, what are we even doing here? But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Unless now it's different if you come from that background. Like if you play games already and like you're a part of that, then that's different. But if you ain't never picked up a controller or a PC or nothing, and you just completely brand new, blind to it, then don't come asking me like, oh, what's happening in this scene right here? It's like, you want me to explain the whole 6 hours of story that just happened to you right now?
See, this is unfair. I
Can
gotta protect.
Can I flip it?
Nah,
Can I flip it real quick?
I can't let y'all do this.
If you
No.
reading a book,
No.
and I come slap the meat on your shoulder, and you like, I'm not in the mood. Is that the same thing? Like, I'm really in this book right now, my G. I really can't. I don't want. You know what I mean?
You guys are making it impossible for women to change if this is how it's gonna be. This is not fair. Because I think I was saying this on the court. If I genuinely want to like come into a relationship and compromise, but you're coming into the relationship with baggage that you're projecting, like all women don't want to learn how to play a game or want to be interested in what I watch on TV. Like, how do they
get you to not act like that so that they feel comfortable enough to do it. And then when they do it, now it's got to be a certain way. Like, I can't distract you or interrupt you, or I can't ask certain questions. Like, you got to set out some more rules for people to follow. You can't just be out here wilding like that.
It's all nuance at the end of the day. It's all nuance. You just have to you have to know your partner. That's all I say.
I've never read a book that's going to stop me from having sex. I will say, y'all can't interrupt me when I'm reading any kind of book.
Same.
See, look, there's not a hobby that female have that are equivalent that's as engaging. Twitter, the timeline.
Well, that's
if you in the middle of cooking up a tweet.
That is like
what is
lies. That is
what is the diff? Like, what is the thing? Knitting a sweater? That's super like gender stereo. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I wouldn't ask a girl how to do my hair. Hey, shout out to Mervin to Merlin.
I think this shows that men are actually like way more high maintenance than they put on. You know, like we don't have something that will like
that might
take our
have some credence. I'm not mad at that. I can put that on the shoulder if I need to.
Maintenance, I know that. I need a high maintenance female though.
Oh Lord,
we all
would die with a high maintenance female.
Keep that. Thank you.
We all high maintenance in this bitch.
No, that's true. That's true. But this conversation, it went a lot longer than I intended it to, but I loved every second of it. But does anybody have any closing thoughts? Anybody in the chat have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I just want you to tell his people to stop making girls not be interested in shit. That's my last takeaway.
Oh my God.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
Jew?
What's wrong? I didn't hear the question.
Damn, she dipped. She didn't want to reiterate.
Back in the smoke.
Oh, Drew. Oh no, I was saying I think if y'all put it out there or just kind of like drop the generalization that the women that come to you and say that they do want to learn something or they do want to be interested, that I think even in that smallest arena of your relationship, that's an introduction to compromise, and that will trickle down into other things. But if you just keep projecting at women that what they're saying is disingenuous, then what the fuck are you confused about when the rest of your relationship doesn't have the communication that you need? Like, I'm so tired of like entering a relationship when I say to a man, no, I really want to learn this, or I'm interested in doing this with you, or no, I don't want to watch only chick flicks. I will watch the sci-fi shit that you want to watch. I genuinely do. And they're like, nah, all my other girlfriends, this. It's like, nigga, I'm telling you. 100% back.
It's all nuance.
Stop coming
at me. It's nuance.
That's nuance.
It's all nuance.
That what I would say in response to that is it's nuanced. When I first met ex female,
you are right, but there's nuance.
No. She's 100% right, and I agree that I shouldn't go into it with such a victim mentality. Like, oh, bitch, you not gonna do that. You not gonna do this.
I will
like,
always close the book.
I agree, but proof has shown me that after 2 months, you are not going to care anymore. And now I'm sitting here battling. Now I'm sitting here battling you. Every single time I want to play the game, you want to say you play the game all the fucking time. Okay, well, what the hell? What else do I do? You know this about me. And you don't accept that, or what would you like me to do? When I have had that conversation with women, it turns into, why do you do this? Well, nigga, I've been playing video games since I was fucking 8. I relieve my stress this way. Okay, so you don't think, since you've been playing them since you were 8, you don't think you could take an hour and a half to spend time with me? We can't go walk around the park. We don't ever do nothing. You don't ever take me out. It trickles. It turns into a snowball.
Don't do that.
It turns into a nasty snowball.
Nuance and alcohol ain't the same thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand the nuance. Like, that's kind of my question too. I like the compromises on both sides.
It is.
Not saying it's not. What I'm saying is unfair for me to have to sit here and go through the ringer and explain why it is that I play video games when
No, but I
don't
guess what
ever
you're
have,
saying is
when
that
I don't
there's
expect the
drop-off.
same of you.
Well, yeah, but even if there's expectation, I feel like what you started by saying was that there's drop off. Like a girl will do something for a few months and then all of a sudden she changes into a different person. So I'm trying to understand the nuance of that, because if that's the generalization that most girls that say initially they're interested in something and then they start nagging and being bitchy as hell, like after a few months, that's hard to believe, but I believe your experiences. But I'm just wondering, like, is it that you genuinely had a good few months where she was kicking it with you, watching the same shows you like ordering the same kind of food you like compromising, and then all of a sudden just turned into a person that didn't want to compromise anymore, like out of the blue?
That's not what I'm saying.
But
okay, that's what I was
you
trying to
just
understand.
What you just described wasn't a compromise, because you said that like she's hanging out for months, ordering what he likes, watching what he likes. So it might not even be that like after a certain amount of time she completely flipped. It might be that she was tired of not being considered.
Like, no, because I was answering like a bigger point from before.
Yeah,
like we're obviously knowing that it's happening on both sides, but we're talking about games. So I was wondering, like, if both people are compromising, and you're saying, well, Jew specifically, if Jew is saying specifically, he started off by saying after 3 months she starts to like turn into a girl that's tweaking and like on his ass all the time. Does that mean she just turned into a person that didn't want to compromise anymore and just wanted to be on your ass?
That could be very true. That could be true.
So what happens?
It's usually
like,
not an
after the few
instant
months?
thing, though. It's usually a gradual decline in one area. So, but that could be a thing. It could be a situation where, yeah, you know, maybe the tables were flipped too much on one side than the other. So eventually,
then
kind of
maybe
about how to verb this, because
maybe then it's about like understanding that it's just not going to work,
or communication as we go.
Yeah,
back to.
It's communication, bro. Because once again, if you are clear with what your intentions are from the beginning of the relationship, you're very clear in what you like to spend time doing. It's very obvious. How does that then turn into, can you spend an hour with me? That's what I'm more or less confused about. That's where the drop off or the at first lady disappears.
Well, I wanted to. What is
2 months ago you understood and you wanted to watch and you wanted to get it, whatever. Now,
what was Tristan's question just now? What did you say, Tristan?
Wait, what? Hold on.
That the only way it would be unreasonable to ask for an hour is if she felt like she don't get any time whatsoever. No? If you never take her out, then she has reason to stand on, because that's what you said. You never take me out, blah, blah, blah. So if you never take her out, you're just failing in a relationship, right?
Absolutely. If that's what she wants, then yeah, that would be considered
right. So,
failing.
But if there's a lack of compromise on your end, right?
It will be in that situation.
I see what you guys mean by nuance now.
Yeah. I don't think that we're necessarily saying that's the situation. We're painting an ideal picture to where, you know, two people, you know, are in a relationship and it's good, and in the beginning everything is going good. She understands when you're off doing your thing. You understand when she's off doing her thing. You guys go out on dates and stuff, but eventually it gets to the point where she may want, or she may have a problem with the things that you're doing, or he may have a problem with the things you're doing. You can flip it on both sides, you know, because people do change, and you know, circumstances do change. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah,
they get older.
But I see what you guys. You guys definitely, it's nuanced and textured for sure, because it could be just that people are not showing their true selves, which I know women have an issue with. Right. For sure. Like that's a fair generalization.
Guarded and hurt, then don't get into a situation. That's more or less my point.
But the bottom line is we'll never really know the answer fully to any of this. So this is all just conversation at the end of the day. But I don't want to drag this on too long. I think this is a perfect spot to go ahead and wrap this up. I do appreciate all of y'all for coming through, though. Both y'all in the voice chat and y'all in the YouTube chat. Appreciate y'all. This was. We need to do this more often. This was great. But without further ado, right after this though, probably like in the next 10 minutes, we will be playing Among Us on my gaming channel. So if y'all want to come through and watch that, the link to my gaming channel is in the description. Y'all can go subscribe to that. We gonna go live here, like I said, in the next 5-10 minutes. If y'all want to play, join the Discord. We gonna get a lobby together. We gonna play, kick it for a little while. If y'all want to watch, Deej, I know you be wanting to watch, so you can come through, hang out.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much it for today. This was a little bit of a long one, but we got a lot of people here, so naturally it's gonna go over. Yeah, I don't have nothing else to say. Thank you guys again. Jew, Luca, George, Deej,
bro.
Trisha, TT.
Yeah.
Appreciate every single one of y'all. I will see y'all in the chat as well. Or if y'all want to join in the game too, then let's get it going.
Bodies, bro.
Thanks,
Let's do it.
and good pot.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Absolutely. Y'all are welcome anytime. Again, the link to the Discord in the description. Link to the YouTube in the description too. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see y'all later. Peace.